Good morning, Wilmington. What's happening? I'm your main man, Big Ivy, talking to town, Mr. DETV, on this lovely Monday, April 17th, 2023, about to be year 3000. I'm here with my lovely co-host, Vincenza.
Good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan. How are you?
I'm well, Vin. How are you?
We're doing wonderful,
Awesome.
doing wonderful. How was your spring break?
Did
you have a spring break?
No. We don't have no breaks around
All right,
here.
well, let me ask the
slave driver.
Let me ask the question again. How was Maddie's spring break?
Maddie's spring break was good. It was good. It was long. It was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving pieces. When you have a 9-year-old, a lot of sleepovers, and the kids don't sleep and eat all the food in your house. And, parents that have kids understand, exactly what it is. But it was great.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't get to travel, but we will.
You had a
soon.
staycation.
Yeah, we will because I at least owe it to Maddie.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure she was so excited just to hang out with you. And
Oh, she's here now. She's in the cut running around the studio now.
Of course she's here. I love when Maddie comes to work. Well, she comes on set at DETV. It's always a pleasure to see her beautiful smile and her energy.
Thank you.
Yes, she's always just so vibrant all the time.
That's
And I wonder why. Who does she get it from?
She gets it from her daddy.
Is that it?
That's
I don't know. Mom will say.
I know. Moms always take all the credit, but no, they deserve it. But no. But thank God she's back to school tomorrow. I think all the kids are going back to school and back to work, back to a regular schedule.
Yeah, back
right?
to normal, right? If you want to call it normal, but back to regular school schedule. But we've been really busy with. I have to make note at the restaurant. We've been really busy, even though it's been spring break. We've been really busy because we've been transitioning from the cold weather to the spring weather.
Yeah.
I know that we've been talking about how the weather's been so up and down. I know that some days it's cold, some days it's hot, but.
And the ice cream, how's the ice cream store going?
The ice cream store is going well. We are so excited to be open for the season and gearing up for the summer weather. So you have to stop by with Maddie.
You know what?
Please.
Yes, I definitely will. I can at least do that for her today before she go back to school, so she can add that on her spring break.
Well, don't get too excited. It's not open today.
Oh shoot!
How you think I'm here?
Okay. Well, speaking of today is also National Malbec Day, Cheese Ball Day. What other day is it? What other day?
It's our day.
Our day.
It's Good Morning
Right.
Wilmington Day. So National Cheese Ball Day. So as you can see, we have some items and examples of what cheese balls are. So a cheese ball can be something that you have at a dinner party, a cocktail party. It's really, essentially, it's a cheese shaped as a ball.
I love how you do it, but let's just cut to the Malbec Day.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Let's just
All
cut.
right,
Let's just.
well, while you're getting the Monday started, Monday morning it should be easy. Thanks to our producer, Najee, she was able to provide us with the Malbec. But my sister, Margarita, was able to create, yes, she created this at V&M Bistro, these cheese balls. So we have a little bit of a variety here. We have sweet and we have savory.
I gotta get my lovely co-host.
Thank you. Whoa,
not too much on a Monday.
We have a long show ahead of us. What are you doing?
Our mothers are going to be like, you're drinking on TV or you're cussing on TV and all that. But
phone calls will be coming in quickly.
Text messages are being sent right now.
All right, so going back to the sweet and savory cheese balls we have here. So we have the sweet cheese ball with a caramel, apple, pecan, cheddar cheese ball.
Okay.
And you can pair it with ginger snap cookies or pretzels.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and then we have a bacon ranch cheese ball, and then we have a vegetable cheese ball, which has scallions, lemon, garlic, and I believe and peppers.
Okay.
And it's encrusted with almonds, so you can pair that with your crackers or pretzels. So you want to try it?
Yes.
Which one are you going to try first?
I'm going to do the vegan one first.
Right.
I want to.
I'll sip on the wine.
You sip on the wine, on the yak. You sip on the yak, and I'm going to get a little bit. And this is the vegan one, right? All right.
What are we thinking? I need a napkin.
That's good.
Here you go. You got the napkin.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right, I'm going to...
It's different, It's good. I don't do the bacon.
Well,
Hey, Naz, why don't you come try one and tell me what you think? As a producer.
As the producer, right?
Because the producer has to try everything.
Right?
Come on.
Here we go.
I like the vegan.
All right.
Well,
I'm gonna do the bacon.
all right.
You might need 2 crackers. That's so good.
Oh yeah.
Now, your sister put this together. Your sister puts everything together.
She's so talented and creative. I I know Najee reached out to me and she was, told me that
that's a
today's
good one.
National Cheese Ball Day, and can Margarita create something for us to talk about on the show today? And right away, my sister was like, "Oh yeah, I got that for you." Like it was nothing. So thank you, Margarita, for taking the time to create these yummy items for us.
Yeah, thanks, Margarita.
That one's better.
Yeah, I haven't had.
Is that good? Thank you,
sweet.
Najee.
You have a sweet tooth, but I haven't had
Ginger snap cookies.
ginger snap cookies in like 20 years, and it goes well with
a little wine. Wait, let's cheers. Let's cheers. We didn't cheers.
Cheers to you at home. National Malbec. It's like every day, every Monday's like National something with wine day.
If it is all about food, I'm all about it. So if we can celebrate, Good Morning Wilmington, have a celebration of a specific food, I'm all about that.
And let me tell you, I have to tell everyone about this restaurant because we're thinking about Malbec. This weekend I had Butcher and Singer in Philadelphia.
How was it?
Have you ever been there?
I haven't.
Oh, amazing. And I had this ribeye, right, with some Malbec. Went extremely well with it. Okay, let's talk about the amazing superheroes we have today on the show.
Oh yes. I'll go first.
Oh, you go first. Okay.
So we have here with us the Freire Schools Network. Excuse me, I'm still choosing on my cracker. The CEO, Kelly Davenport, Khyle Nelson, and Shi-Anne Bennett. We're very excited to chat with them to talk about the Freire Schools Network. I've never heard of it.
It's right down the street.
I was informed of that, so I am very excited to learn more about it and share about it with all of you at home.
They're doing some great things down there at Freire.
Oh yes.
Can't wait to talk to them.
All right, and then secondly, we have Tyaire Berl, the Executive Director of Delaware HIV Consortium. Very excited to talk about Tyaire and also the upcoming event that you'll be hosting, right?
Yes.
With DETV's own Kaylin Pride, Matt Ford, and wait, one more?
Lauren Wilson.
Lauren Wilson. Oh my gosh, wow, all four of you will be there.
Yes, DETV in the house, baby.
That'll be exciting. Very excited to talk more about that.
Can I take this one?
All right, go for it.
All right. This one is my man, my brother from another mother, Priest Tyaire, joined by his lovely daughter, Savannah. Priest is in the building to talk about their hit, it is a new hit play called Entanglement. I can't wait. It's a lot of entanglement going on, a lot of things, but Priest is in the building to talk about that, so I can't wait. And Wilmington can't wait for that play to come out, so it's going to be exciting. You going?
Okay, all right, I'm going, but I'm more excited to talk about the special guest that Priest brought with him today. She's the star of the show, from what I hear.
I heard that too.
She's the star of the show, and
where's she at? Come here, Savannah. Come here, hurry up. Come on, Savannah. You gotta make a guest appearance. Come on.
I know. It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
We will meet Savannah shortly, but I'm very excited to chat with her too because she's just so excited to be here, and you can just see that she's very proud of Dad too. And
I saw the look that you have in your eyes, that pageant look. Like I saw it when you looked at her. You was like, she's pageant. That's pageant.
Well, you have to always think that someone that is very confident and comfortable in front of an audience will transition very nicely on a pageant stage because they light up when the curtain goes up and the lights go on. They light up and it's showtime. Very similar to the pageant stage, but I can't wait to get to know Savannah. Awesome. She's the star of the show for sure. But we have a couple of upcoming events that we wanted to mention, so make sure you stay tuned. Tomorrow is the 2nd annual Black Birthing Expo in Dover. We also have this Friday, the Queen is having Mariel Craft featuring Shug Daniels. Also, we talked about this earlier. Friday is the 18th annual WOW Awards Gala. Tyaire Berl is here on the plaza to talk more about that. Also, you'll find out more information with coming days about how you can attend and support all of these other events. And last but not least, we have this Saturday the Pursuit to Own Town Hall at William Hicks Center, and I believe Councilwoman Fields was here to talk about that a week ago. So definitely make sure you tune in or show up and make sure you support.
Yeah, most definitely, because if you're trying to get into home ownership, which is very important, make sure you do that. Miss Craft, Mariel Craft, you going back for seconds? No double dipping. Mariel Craft was here last Thursday on the plaza with our own Ty, so make sure you check out that interview, Ty and Brianna, on DETV Studio Sessions. They did a live, was it a concert, Ty, or more or less like a tiny desk? More like a tiny desk here at DETV. Can she sing? Yeah, she can sing. She sounds really, really good. So make sure, and we'll put the link in the comments so you can check that out. But other than that, let's take a commercial break. Let's get these interviews on the go, on the roll. And because, and she's gonna be tipsy by break number 2. Watch. Mom, I'm sorry.
Mom's calling.
I'm sorry. We'll be right back after these messages. Good morning, Wilmington.
Coming up, Freire Schools Network founder and CEO Kelly Davenport, along with Director of Discipline and Athletics Khyle Nelson.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interest of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
All right, welcome back everyone to DETV's Good Morning Wilmington. First up on the plaza, we have the CEO of the Freire Schools Network, along with Khyle Nelson and Shi-Anne Bennett. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. You guys are, first of all, thanks for coming. You guys have been nothing but smiles all morning.
We're so lucky to be here.
No,
Thank
we're
you.
privileged to have you.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, no, we're very fortunate to have you here, all of you here, to talk about the Freire's School. So let's talk about it. And Kelly, would you like to go right into it?
Sure. So I think we're here because of Freire Charter School Wilmington, which is about 2 blocks from here. We serve kids from underserved communities in Wilmington and surrounding. So Christiana, Colonial School District, Brandywine, Red Clay School District kids come here. We're grades 8 through 12. We have 500 kids. And we're building a new athletic facility.
Oh, nice.
So we're here for that. And let me just say, we say Freire, F-R-E-I-R-E, Freire is how you say her name.
Yes.
How was we saying it?
Freire.
Freire, okay.
Right, we're saying it right, yeah?
Yeah, at the beginning, kids said it all different ways, but that's the way we live.
What's the advantages of going to a charter school? There's been a lot of debate about, charter school versus public school. A lot of people, when charter schools opened a couple of years ago, they were like, no, but it seems like charter schools are like not just on the rise, but they're helping kids more than ever.
Well, I would argue that charter schools solve the equity problem, that we're trying to level the playing field.
Okay.
That we take 500 kids, mainly black and brown kids, and give them the tools to go to college, to graduate from college, not just high school, but from college too. And our success rate, which I'm sure we'll talk about here in a minute, is incredible. So for us, we're a small family. We believe in diversity. Our values center around love and graduation times 2, which is we go to college after we go to high school and we graduate from college. That's what we do.
Freire's Schools Network has been around for how many years now?
The network has been around for 23 years.
23 years.
Correct. And Wilmington, our school in Wilmington opened 8 years ago.
8 years ago. I had no idea. I had no idea the school existed, and it's right up the street.
It's right
up
here.
the street
Every
from the
day,
plaza.
I think, like, what time you guys get out? Like 3-ish, 2-ish?
2:10.
2:10. You know, the
Okay.
kids.
Are they always
they're always walking by.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought that, okay, very nice, very close too. And
Yep.
500 students.
Wow.
Yes, and the vision was to have the school right in the center of Wilmington, like we have our 3 campuses in Philadelphia, because our kids need to come from all over Wilmington, but Delaware, but feel like they're members of the city.
Okay.
They have access to
Understood.
government, business, municipal services, all those things are right here, and so our kids should be right here too.
And that's how it is in other states as well. So you have Wilmington. What other locations do you have?
We have 3 other locations in Philadelphia.
Just Philadelphia.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Love it.
Excellent,
All right, let's get into that success rate. That's what we hear. That's what it's all about. Why are you smiling?
Well, here's the success right here.
I was just going to say,
Right, right.
Shi-Anne, this is all you, the success
all you,
rate.
Shi-Anne.
Why don't you share with us a little bit who you are and tell us about your involvement at the school?
So my name is Shi-Anne Bennett. I'm a senior at Freire Charter School of Wilmington. I'm the Executive Vice President of Student Government.
Oh, nice.
You didn't tell me that.
Yep. And I've been accepted into over 10 schools, and I have $800,000 worth of scholarship money and grants.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's beautiful, and you're right, a success. Yes, and I'm very, very appreciative that you're here to share your story with so many, because it really does paint that picture of the opportunity this school offers and the support that it offers, because that's incredible, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you decide yet where you want to go?
No, but I have narrowed it down a little bit. So.
Can you tell us?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've narrowed it down to DSU, Lincoln, and Livingstone College in North
Well,
Carolina.
you know.
You hear that? You hear that?
DSU, so
DSU.
we need some,
DSU all day.
we
Right.
need some, well, there's a ton of DSU alum in the building, so if
Okay.
you need some,
There's some University of Delaware people here too.
yeah.
We love
But-
them.
yeah,
we
see?
like them a lot.
Thank you.
know what I mean?
But if you need some advice,
Okay.
tons of DSU alum in the building, and they love their Hornets.
That's right. That's right.
You guys
What
love your
major?
Hornets.
What's your going?
Sports medicine and business, and
Beautiful.
sports management.
Excellent.
So I want to double major and minor.
Okay. All right. So how did Freire change you since you've been there for it?
Honestly, Freire has done nothing but change me for the better. I came in 9th grade. You know, I had a rocky preteen. You know, like
We
every
all do.
preteen. Yeah. They just, you know, they brought me in like a family member. They made me feel comfortable. They made me feel welcome, and they just taught me and gave me so many resources, and you know, just introduced me to so many people who will help me not only in my college years but also beyond college.
I used to teach film at Coomba Charter School, and then like years later, when I go speak at Del State for media, and I see some of the students there, and some of the students like Mr. Ivan, it's so different in high school when you go to college. What advice would you give someone, a freshman that's coming into Freire? What advice would you give them?
So Freire starts at 8th grade. So coming into Freire, I think it's awesome how Freire has 8th grade, because you know the transition from middle school to high school could be really hard,
Yeah.
behavioral wise, and then sometimes they might even have setbacks to where they didn't learn everything that they needed to learn in 8th grade. So it just gives them the opportunity to get on the right track to high school, not only but to just make the transition easier, to get to adapt to the environment of being with people older than them. You know, it could do so much more for them for their high school years, being there a year early to learn more things.
Love it.
Right. I do appreciate that you said that there's 8th grade, and you're right. That transition year from 8th to 9th is so critical.
Yeah.
And those are the developmental years of a young teen. So I appreciate you mentioning that and highlighting that. Obviously, you see that it was very beneficial to you. Awesome. All right, Khyle. Tell us about your experience at Freire schools.
So my experience it's been a real one. Trying to change the dynamic of how some of the inner city population, like how they learn and how they have things accessible for them. It's been real, and like right now, where we are now, like to elaborate on what Kelly said, we serve the majority of like brown and black students. So the things, I'm the athletic director down there as well. So the things that we have in this gym that these kids have had, like to have allotted to them, I think that this is major. It's not only major just for the kids that come to school and actually learn, but it's major for our kids to have just opportunity to actually see things like, you know, 8th grade from Shi-Anne has actually been here from 9th grade all the way through. So throughout her high school tenure, she hasn't had any, you know, a lot of the kids that are graduating this year, they haven't had these opportunities to have a gym. So now, you know, the kids that are coming behind them, they have these opportunities, and I'm excited for it. So.
Well, this is a great segue into speaking about the Longwood Grant, because I'm sure the Longwood Grant is benefiting the school and also the athletic department. Would you like to touch on that, Kelly?
Yeah, first, can I just say thank you to the Longwood Foundation. Yes. We got to Delaware in the first place from Philadelphia because of the Longwood Foundation and then Governor Markell as well, the Department of Education. But Longwood this time has given us a grant of $1.375 million. Wow. This is our biggest grant from Longwood. Wow. And really, it's amazing, the state of Delaware. When Longwood gives money, it believes in something, then others give too. So the Welfare Foundation has also contributed, Laffey McHugh, Wisvis Foundation, the Sonecha Family Foundation, and lots of other individual and corporate sponsors. And we've raised $5.1 million so far right now to build an athletic facility 3 blocks from here for our kids.
Amazing.
I believe that the civil rights issue of our time right now is the inequity of funding that goes to public education for our kids. And to be able to build a gym that has a yoga studio, a weight room, volleyball, basketball, finally connected so that kids like Shi-Anne, all of our kids, can do what they need to do in that gym. When you're stressed, don't you go to the gym? Right? Our kids need that too. So finally, thanks to Longwood and our other contributors, we're finally leveling this playing field, at least touching on it with athletics.
Because it's not just about gym, right? It's not just about a facility. It's about that release. It's about kids. And my daughter played basketball for the first time yesterday, right? And I'm sitting there, and the way that my brain processes things is totally different than anybody else's. And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, wow, it's teaching her how to be competitive. It's teaching her teamwork. It's teaching her, you know, how to blow off steam. And so you can imagine a high school that has all these kids that for years, right, they haven't had an outlet. A lot of schools are taking art out of school, so the creativity, they're taking music out of. But with this grant, you're going to not just help a community, you're going to help a community that can learn how to deal with certain issues. And that, and so I'm gonna come back to you on this. After you get your degree, what are your plans? Is it to give back? Is it to give back to the community? What are your plans?
So, I want to be a successful businesswoman.
As you should.
Yes.
Good. Speak it into existence.
Yeah, I would like to start programs such as like the Big Brother, Big Sister programs that could help teens and youth connect with each other. Because, youth need, teens, not only adults, but they need teens to help them and that they trust to lead them in the right direction. So I want to start programs like that for our community.
See, you guys are on the right path, and I think that happens for teachers and administrators like yourselves that really give a damn. You know what I mean? Not care, but give a damn about our community. Because, I mean, I look at Wilmington. I love Wilmington. I'm Wilmington's #1 cheerleader. And just to see the things that we didn't have, the inequities we didn't have, and how we're teaming together from white to black to Hispanic to across the border to bring these issues to a forefront and to help in some way. So again, thank you both for doing what you're doing. And Shi-Anne, I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
Super proud of you. I'll tell you what, when you get to Del State, let me know.
Just so you know, he decided for you.
I have a $250 scholarship for you from DETV. So when you're there, we'll definitely give you a scholarship for $250 from DETV.
Thank you.
All right.
And this is the future.
Yeah, this is the future.
To your point.
I thought Whitney was lying. You know what I mean?
No, Whitney was not lying.
Right. Well, was there anything else that you wanted to share that we didn't touch on? Like, is there a need right now? I know that you obviously are satisfying these needs by building an athletic department. So when is the completion of it? Is there a deadline or date?
We're expecting by early January.
Okay, that's quick. Because this is a big project.
Right?
This is
so
not a little
basketball
one.
season will be. Well, Kyle, you can tell. We won't get
basketball season. You're going to have a basketball team.
So we have a basketball team. So this is the thing. We've had basketball since I've been there. I've been an athletic director for about 6 years now, right? So we do have it, but this gym is going to expose us to. We don't get a lot of publicity. This year we had a kid. Another success story to be brief. We had another kid who was a senior this year. scored a couple 40-point games.
Oh, a couple.
Yeah,
More than a couple.
he had a
Right.
couple. So now we get a chance to get that exposure. We'll have a home gym so people can actually come and see us now. So I don't know, but in closing, just come on over. We need to bring them babies so we can have we can give them some opportunity and get them some exposure.
I love it. Keep us posted what's going on and everything, and we'll make sure we share it through our platforms.
And also, what Mr. Khyle said, another thing that I love about Freire is that, eventually they want Freire to be run by the students that went there.
Yeah.
And future CEO.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Just like he said, like another success story, another student. So the plan is for me and another student to, be there when we have time for during college and stuff to run the athletic department throughout the weekends and stuff, so we can have open gym for our students.
Yeah. Oh God, I love it. I can't wait for the future.
And one misconception, if I might just address it, is that people think because we're a small school and that we've raised all this money that there's tuition or that there's some sort of enrollment requirements. This is a public school. Freire is a public school, so any and every student can come to Freire. That was our vision. College should be for any and every student, not just the extremely talented or the extremely athletic. It's for every kid. And so I just really want to make that point. And it doesn't cost a dime to our families.
Right.
So
How can they get more information about Freire?
well, you can always go to www.freire.charterschool.org. That'll give you the best. And we have an open house coming on April 29th at 11 a.m. and you can register for it there. And 8th and 9th graders in particular will be the best ones to apply.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Love it.
I know.
I'm telling y'all need to get us some trophies, like Caitlyn's superhero trophies. I love it. I love it. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you for
Really
having us.
appreciate it. Keep us posted.
Really
Please
a
keep us
pleasure.
posted.
Yes.
Okay, Vincenza.
We have to take a quick
I don't wanna
commercial
take a break. I
break.
don't
Yes, we
wanna
do.
take one.
But we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Here to talk about a gala for a good cause, HIV Consortium's Executive Director Tyler Berl is up next.
The American dream of homeownership is very much alive, but the effects of COVID are still being felt in families across our state, from Sussex County to Wilmington, and with each passing month, they are facing foreclosure and homelessness. If you are at least 30 days behind on your mortgage, the Delaware Mortgage Relief Program may be able to help. Every Delaware homeowner is eligible for up to $40,000 in mortgage assistance to help bring you current on your monthly payments. So don't wait. To apply for the Delaware Mortgage Relief Program, call 888-303-4324 or visit demortgagehelp.com. Act fast to save your home, yourself, and your family.
A new beginning, a second chance. Call it what you want, but this is what never giving up looks like. This is what finding someone who believes in you looks like. I thought Goodwill was just a store until a friend told me about Train to Gain through Goodwill's Job Resource Center. After 5 years away, I had a lot of self-doubt and fear about my future. But Goodwill had my back, and today, I love where I work. They matched me with an employer who believes in second chances. And now, I have a new start thanks to Goodwill.
To learn more about Goodwill's career development opportunities, call today.
Still searching for cheap gas prices? Dump the pump and ride DART. You can DART to your destination for only $4 all day. Let DART do the driving while you enjoy our free Wi-Fi available on all buses statewide. While scrolling through your favorite apps, don't forget to download DART's free transit app for real-time bus information and enjoy the convenience of contactless fare payment through DART Pass. So what are you waiting for? Dump the pump and try transit. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Looking to jumpstart your teaching career in Delaware? And make up to $50,000 with full benefits? Then look no further than Kingswood Early Learning Academy, where you can make a difference and earn the salary you deserve.
Welcome back. Our next guest on the plaza is no stranger to the Good Morning Wilmington set. We'd like to say thank you for coming, Khyle, from HIV Consortium. I can never get that word.
That's all right. Tyler Burr, Delaware HIV Consortium.
Vincenza, Ivan, it's an absolute pleasure.
Yes.
It's always fun coming back here and spending some time with you. Thank you so much.
Oh gosh, thank you.
I love when you come. And you know what? It's one thing is like, I think you've been on maybe about 4 times so far. And we went to the WOW Awards before. And when I went there, I was totally like shocked, you know.
The event last year.
I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago? Okay.
And to understand how HIV took over our community when I was growing up, and to see people that really gave a damn, and that's really coming together was just mind blowing. And hearing the backstories of how it got started, it was an honor to be there. So it's such an honor to host this year.
I'm so excited you guys are doing it. This is the first year that we're having you as our prime media sponsor, our only media sponsor. Wow. And to have you, Ivan, Kaylin, Matt, and Lauren host and celebrate this community, we couldn't ask for anything better. Absolutely anything better.
Well,
so thank you so much.
And I want to say thank you for asking the DETV team. I mean, very proud, very proud to partner.
I know that Ivan and Kaylin are running and emceeing the event, but I think Lauren and Matt might have a better job than you, unfortunately. They're the ones who are actually giving out the awards.
Oh, they are. They're the presenters.
So they're the presenters. Ivan, with his big personality, is going to make sure this thing runs smooth.
I'm there for it. And before we get any further about the awards, tell everyone what it is, what the HIV Consortium is.
Sure. So the Delaware HIV Consortium is one of the oldest and largest AIDS service organizations operating here in the state of Delaware. Founded in 1991, so into our 32nd year now. And we provide an entire swath of HIV services for people living with or at risk for HIV. So, and really what we were founded to do was be that voice of the community. We were founded as an organization that was supposed to bring in the community together to say what they needed in their way of their HIV services for healthcare, for prevention services, and speak for that community. And fight to make sure that happens. So we've been doing that now for 32 years, and since then we've nothing but grown. We have a housing program that serves 125 households each month. We provide case management for 400 individuals. We put out roughly a couple $100,000 in emergency financial assistance into the streets each year. So we're proud of the work that we do, and this is an epidemic that is silent, and it's silent for many reasons. There's discrimination involved in this, there's stigma involved in this, and the fact is, there's 3,900 people living with HIV here in Delaware, and that could be your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your congregation, and it's largely not spoken about, and it's a real shame because this epidemic isn't going away unless we speak to it.
Right, and be comfortable speaking about
it.
I think that's the biggest fear for most people. They maybe don't know how to talk about it, or they're afraid to talk about it.
Exactly.
So maybe let's give some advice, maybe to those that are fearful of just opening up about HIV and whatnot. Could you just share a little bit of advice maybe for them, or maybe give them some guidance?
The biggest thing, even before someone is diagnosed as living with HIV, it's getting tested. People are scared to get tested because they're scared that this is a lifelong epidemic that will kill you. And frankly, this is a lifelong chronic disease now. But if you treat it right, if you manage it, you can live an equally long life as the general population. There's fantastic medicines out there now. And so the thing is, you got to overcome the fear of knowing. I know before I became the executive director, I wouldn't get tested for HIV because I didn't want to know. But then I realized in speaking with the community, speaking with people who are living with HIV, that this is just another thing about you if you are living with HIV. Just like you're a father, just like you are a banker, just like you're anything else. And so, just before we get into living with HIV, it's getting out there and getting tested. Because we can end this epidemic if everyone gets tested and diagnosed, because you can be treated. And if you stay on your antiretroviral medicines, your prescriptions, then you can't pass the virus on to anybody, and you're taking care of your health. And so this is something that we can do. We can, here in Delaware, we can end HIV.
And it's treatable.
It's treatable.
Keyword, it's treatable. And I think that's what everyone needs to understand. You can live a long, healthy life. If you take care of yourself, you get tested, and it's treatable. And I think that is the biggest thing that I feel most people maybe don't know yet. Or maybe they don't want to know or are not aware of because of the fear and the stigma that it has.
That's exactly correct. HIV, people feel like it's a solved disease, so it goes into the background, it goes into the back of people's minds. They don't think about it any longer. Luckily, we have people like you who bring on organizations like us to say that this is not over, but it can be over if we treat it.
Love it. I love it. All right, let's talk about the gala. Gala and auction.
I'd absolutely love to. So we have our 18th annual WOW Awards Gala coming up this Friday. Friday, April 21st. It's here in northern Newcastle County at the Hockessin Memorial Hall, just right down the road from us. We have a fantastic group of MCs this year in your team. We have just taking a step back. This is an event that is supposed to celebrate those movers and shakers who are working to end HIV. And we've given out over 150 awards at this point, and it's going from anybody from a front desk person to the governor of the state of Delaware, right?
Excellent.
And so this year we have a good swath of individuals who I've done this event for 5, 6, 7 years at this point, and this is the most excited I've ever been because we have a fantastic panel of awardees this year.
Right.
I couldn't be more thrilled to honor them.
Are tickets still available to attend?
Tickets are absolutely still available. www.delawarehiv.org. We'd love to have you and celebrate the community.
All right, that's so amazing. Now, do you have different different levels of tickets, or is just one ticket price?
Well, so generally one ticket price, $125 a ticket. But if you want to bring out a contingent, we will sell you a table real quickly and put your name on the program, put your name on the website, and get you out there.
Hospitality right there. I'll bring the table out from the kitchen. You have a table right here, front row. We'll make it happen. But that's important because you want people to attend. You want to get the word out. You want to get the message out.
And you know what? I think it's going to be an absolutely fun event this year. The theme this year is "There's no place like home." That motif of Wizard of Oz, or the Wonderful Wizard of Oz, the book, The Wiz, Wicked, the musical.
I was going to see if you was going to say The Wiz, bro.
That was next on my list.
Okay, all right.
So dress here. You can dress how you would like to.
Okay.
My wife is going to be dressed wearing her dazzling blue dress with the ruby slippers, and so she will be coming. And so I'll be wearing a suit. You can dress like the Scarecrow if you'd like to.
I'm gonna have some with some J's on.
Oh, that's so fun.
So it's going to be a fun event.
So the attire is dress to impress or dress business
casual?
casual?
It's generally business attire, but like I said, you're more than welcome to dress to the theme and have a great time. And this is all about having a great time, raising some fantastic money for the services that we provide and the services that get out into the community. That's really what we need. Is, like I said, we have the tools now to beat HIV, to end the HIV epidemic here in Delaware. Yes. But what we're missing is the resources to do it. You know, the federal government doesn't provide all of the money that we need, so we need the individual communities to come together and support events like this so we can serve the community and get people tested, like I was saying.
Beautiful.
Provide housing, provide emergency financial assistance to the communities who need it.
All right, what I really want to know, are there any good things up for auction?
You better believe it. There's definitely some stuff. So everyone loves getaways. We have hotel stays down in Rehoboth and Lewis.
Oh, that's good.
We have tickets to Phillies games. We have art. We have memorabilia. We have gift certificates to every restaurant that you could think of here in Wilmington, here in the state of Delaware. Another main sponsor this year is Dogfish Head, and so they'll be providing all of our beer and alcohol for the event.
Good beer.
Good beer.
Yeah.
So with your ticket, it is definitely all you can eat, all you can drink. We like to have a good time. We're gonna have live music. We're gonna have keynote speakers. It's gonna be a fantastic time.
We're gonna turn that thing
Stay away from the bar.
House party. We're gonna turn the whole thing into a house party.
There's a signature drink. It's gonna be an emerald themed drink. It'll be fantastic.
Oh, how fun!
So we're gonna have a good time.
How many guests are you expecting?
I'm thinking right now we have about 150. I'm hoping to push that number to 200.
That's amazing.
And really make this thing a good time.
Beautiful. Where can people get tickets, and is it too late to donate?
It is not too late to donate.
It's never too late.
Never too late.
If you want an auction item, if you're a member of the community who wants to put an auction item in, we still have time. Give me a call, 302-654-5471, or our website, www.delawarehiv.org. That's where you can buy tickets. That's where you can buy tables and donate. We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you out there.
That's amazing.
No place like home.
Tyaire, please don't forget this. Since you just mentioned there's still time to donate, I would love to donate a gift certificate from B&M Bistro.
I would.
So please make sure that we connect after the show.
And we'll make sure that gets in there.
Yes, you said all the restaurants. It's like, you didn't ask me.
Well, that's why I came on, actually.
Right.
Would you donate?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
It's an honor to have you on the show to talk about this incredible event and what you're doing in the community in the state of Delaware.
I always have such a good time. I can't do it without you guys.
On behalf of DETV, I mean, we are very honored to partner with you and be a part of this amazing event.
And we're honored to have you. It's gonna be a good time.
My man.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
All right. I can't wait. This Friday at 6:30 to 7 p.m.
6:30
11 p.m.
to 11 p.m.
I said 6:30, like we want to party for
That's
half.
like
We're not even out of the cocktail.
It's the what's we drinking?
Malbec. Blaming Malbec.
We'll have some of that too. So.
Well, make sure the MC starts the show on time. But if you can't find him, you know
we have a good producer around here who's going to crack that
That's
whip.
right, Najee. What do we do without Najee?
Going to get up there.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Vincenzo.
All right, next up on the plaza, when we come back after this break, my man Priest Tyaire and his lovely daughter Savannah. That's it?
Yeah, no, that's it. We're so excited to talk about what's coming up in the upcoming
Entanglement,
play. Yes.
the play of the year.
Yes, so
I'm
don't go
you,
anywhere.
Wait till you see it on Hulu. I'm speaking that into existence. Hulu, baby.
Still to come, playwriter and producer Priest Tyaire drops the juicy details on his new play.
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great, great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be, this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
All right, we are back, and we saved the best for last, right?
Yes, we
All
did.
right, this morning here to talk about the new play, The Entanglement. We have playwriter and producer Priest Tyaire, and the star of the show, I don't even know if it is, but I'm just going to speak it into existence, his beautiful daughter and actress, Savannah Tyaire. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Priest, you can go. We're gonna have this one right here.
Right, it's just us and Savannah. So this is, I have to say this on camera, this is Savannah's first interview. So honored, Savannah, to have you on the show and for us to interview for the first time ever. And this will be the first of many because you're a superstar now.
Yeah.
How about that for you? All right, so Tyaire, let's get right into it. Let's get right into Priest. Let's get right into things. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, and then we'll dive into the play.
Well, first, if I may, I want to congratulate you, Ivan, because we started together, washing cars.
Washing cars.
So to see this, I'm telling you, to be honest with you, I thought I was going to come and it was going to be handheld microphones, 27-inch TVs behind us merged together. But you have an LED screen. You have a beautiful establishment, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, brother.
You do things in excellence.
Thank you,
It's really, really nice, man.
Thank you, brother.
Beautiful word. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. And you got a beautiful co-host. I mean, this looks like Channel 26. I mean, I'm sorry, not 26, Channel 6, Channel 3.
I'll take that, yeah.
Good Morning America,
I'll take
Good Morning.
that too.
This is good, man. This is good. This is
That's
really
so
good.
beautiful.
And the same here, man. I'm super proud of what you're doing. You know,
Yeah,
we started together over on Green Hill Avenue, washing cars.
Washing cars.
Right, and then to see, like, I remember watching an interview you did, well, when you brought Tyler Perry up, or he brought you up, and he said, this is the next me. You remember?
Yes, I remember.
Tyler Perry said that.
Yeah, he said that to him.
Priest.
Yeah,
Yes.
real rap.
Wow.
Yes, he came out on one of the shows.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and was it the Tales of a Teenage Mother?
No, that one was Mama's Boy.
Mama's Boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were in Atlanta, and he came out on the stage after the show, and it totally blessed me.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, let's get back. Okay.
I know,
Let's get back.
right?
How did you start? I know the story, but the people at home, I would love for them to hear the story. How did it go from washing cars, electrician, to playwright?
Yes.
My mother took me to see my first play, and I think I was about 15 or 16 years old. And I didn't want to go because I thought plays were for girls. So she would come and get me from down there at the basketball court saying, okay, we're going to see another show, we're going to see another show. And in 2006, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. So I just wanted to figure out a way to show her that she was a success. So I said the best thing to do is to write a play. But I had no experience. And she knew I didn't have any experience. So we went out and we bought a bunch of DVDs. We watched them, we figured out transitions and how long it took to do scenes, and we put it together. And that was in 2007, but unfortunately she didn't get a chance to see it because she passed right before the show. And we did Tears of a Teenage Mother down at the Delaware Theater. And I never forget people standing in line waiting for my autograph. And I'm like, I live right around the corner from you. What do you need my autograph for? So we did it again at the Mount Pleasant. We sold out. So it just started selling out. And then I just slowly but surely transitioned into what they call a playwright. It's still even hard for me to consider myself a playwright because I've never been to college. In fact, I must say this, but you were the first male that I realized knew how to type. Remember, I always tell you that story. I didn't think guys knew how to type.
Right. Because you're from the east side.
I'm from the east side. Yes, I'm from the east side. And I put the show together and it did well. And then I just continue writing and continue perfecting the craft.
Wow.
When you came out with that play, what did you do to honor your mother at that play?
Well, I still do it to this day. Every show I have, I put roses in the front seat, the front row. So first it was just for my mother, but my father has since passed. So the first 2 rows is always roses there.
That's beautiful.
And because I know that's where they would be seated if they were still here.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's important to honor the ones that supported you, the ones that raised you, the ones that uplifted you. It's so, so important to never forget, and I'm sure that's a beautiful reminder every show, because they are definitely guiding you and shining down on you as angels, as I like to say.
Thank you.
Priest, wow, this is amazing. What a inspiration.
Yeah,
you didn't tell me this.
Total inspiration.
This is an inspiration.
Wow. So how many plays do you have under your belt now?
9.
9 plays.
Congratulations.
Then you run down the names for us.
All right, so the first one was Tears of a Teenage Mother.
Okay.
Why Women Cheat, A Married Man's Story, The Wrong Shade of Black, Torn Between Two Fathers, Mama's Boy, The Entanglement, and I'm missing one. I Let Heaven Down.
Okay.
You done worked with some amazing people over the years, from Robin Givens to
Vivica Fox, Nephew Tommy, Johnny Gill, Shirley Murdoch, Tony Grant. And this particular show we have Little G from Silk, we have Sunshine Anderson, Tony Tyaire, Josh Copeland. Yeah, we have a pretty good lineup.
So with that cast and how you cast those amazing people, please tell us, how did you cast Savannah?
Well,
the star of the show.
She is by far the biggest inspiration on why I do it.
Oh, wow.
So I have shows when she was a little girl and she would be backstage looking at me perform. And now that she's older, she's kind of like, she has the bug. So now we have her in acting class.
Excellent.
She's in dance class.
Excellent.
And she's just a ball of fire.
Right.
So she wanted to be in the show, and I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "I'm positive." So my beautiful wife put her in acting class, and they had rehearsal at the house yesterday, and she's shy now because this is different. Like, she sees the camera. I think if she didn't see the monitor, she would have been okay, but she knows now she's on television.
Right.
But it's a different feel for her.
Right.
Now, Savannah, what role are you playing?
Scarlet. Okay.
Okay.
She plays the niece of one of the headliners, and she's just a person who's introduced because she loves Michael Jackson. So I'm not going to give it away, but she has this big opening act with Michael Jackson.
Okay.
It's gonna rip the hot.
Are you showcasing your dancing skills, since you're a dancer too?
Yes.
What's your favorite style of dance? Ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop? Jazz? That's mine too. How about that? I used to take dance when I was your age. All the way up until I was a I don't know, a couple of years ago.
You should cut a rug.
No, not in these heels. Not in these heels. That's exciting, Savannah. We're so happy for you. And this is, I'm sure you're so proud. Are you proud of Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too, right?
So without giving it away, right, there has been a lot of talk about the word entanglement. Without giving it away, what is it about?
It's about two brothers that think that they're God's gift to women. And they think that their role is to satisfy the needs of women. And the one brother does the unthinkable and he falls in love. So then one lie has to cover this lie and has to continue to cover lies. And it just gets into this big entanglement. And in most cases, that gene is handed down from their father, but this is handed down by the mother.
Real life story.
Real life story.
Real life story. I get you. Not saying, I mean, it's okay, real life story.
Yes.
How did you go about choosing the cast for this?
You know, that was the hardest part because my wife and I, we would just sit down and we would go through, we would pull up a playlist and just say, you know, okay, this person, it won't work out.
Right.
This person would be a little too expensive. Okay, let's give this person a call.
Right.
So once you start putting the list together, then you got to pray that their schedule is open.
Right.
So
Right.
if you don't do it open enough, I mean, far in advance, Mother's Day weekend is a hot weekend. So you got to get it early. So we started this process like in December.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is opening weekend for
Yes.
the play.
May
So
13th and 14th.
May
the Grand
13th.
Opera
So
House.
there's two shows.
Two shows, yes.
Well, let's talk about it. How can people get tickets?
You can go to it's the entanglementtheplay.com.
Okay.
You can go to the Grand Opera House. You can go to my Facebook, which is Priest Tyaire. I mean, if you type in the word entanglement, either one or two things is going to come up.
Okay.
Jada or me.
Right. You got a couple tickets left.
Yeah, we had tickets left.
Okay,
The
good.
floor for both shows are pretty much sold out.
Amazing.
So we still have two levels, but we're a month away, and the radio stations are just starting to kick in.
Okay,
high
so
gear,
so you better get it now. You better get it hot.
Right.
Yes.
So you got Tony Terry, Sunshine Anderson. Who else do you have?
Little G from Silk, Josh Copeland from Sunday's Best, Miss Savannah. We have Grace Johnson. We have Camille Forrest. We have Carl Lally.
Mr. C.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We have a good lot, and even Fred Reed is singing in the show.
You know.
Yes.
Fred.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, Priest. After this play, should we expect more productions?
Yeah. In fact, I was in Philly Friday. The promoter who tours my shows, he was in Philly. He asked me to come up. So we were talking about the production. So it's definitely going on.
It's definitely going. Yeah.
That's
in
amazing.
fall. Yeah.
So you're going to take it from again. I don't expect anything less. You want you open up here, and then you're on tour again with the Entanglement.
Yes.
Right.
Mama's Boy did 52 cities.
Wow.
52 cities. Yes.
I have to go back a little bit because I don't think we touched on it enough. And you are clearly an inspiration, Priest, and thank you so much for sharing your story. But I know that you mentioned something to me off camera that I feel that we need to talk about on camera. You actually took a break and stepped away from playwriting. What brought you back?
Everything that I do has entertainment wrapped in it. Because right now, the break that I took, I jumped back into construction because there was only three things that I knew how to do: write shows, electrical work, or detail cars. And the detailing shop is still up and running, but with the shows, it was just a different feel. It's a different feel. So even with the construction, I'm consistently figuring out ways to entertain. You know, I'm not just a playwright, I'm not just a carpenter or electrician, I'm a businessman.
Yes.
And just I'm hearing the commercials of different shows. My wife and I went to see a show in DC, and I said, you know what, I gotta get back out there.
Yes.
I gotta get back to, yes.
That buzz.
So I went down to Texas about a month ago, got with a production team, because things are different from 6 years ago, the last time I was on stage, i.e. the video screen.
Right.
People are not really lugging big sets around anymore.
Right.
They're doing video screens and you can change it just at the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
So just seeing what he was able to produce for me, I said, oh, I gotta get it.
Right.
So it's just a good feeling to know that I can take a $3 ink pen and a $7 tablet and people stand in line to buy tickets.
Yeah.
It's a feeling that, especially with me and you, Ivan, you can say the same thing because we're cut from the same cloth. We weren't supposed to succeed.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to be where we are. And if you do things in excellence, you'd be untouchable.
Yeah.
I love that.
Out of the things that you've learned, like you said, you didn't know how to write you didn't know, and you even still today find it robbery to say playwright.
Yes.
Right? When you learned that the non-traditional way, how did that change you? What did you learn in the middle of that? You know, like when you said you and your mother brought CDs, the DVDs, and you looked and you studied the transitions, because that's the same way I've learned with the camera. I wanted to see how they were making commercials. I would sit there and take notes. But what did you learn that was deposited in Priest by working with this this work ethic that you have? You always had a work ethic, but what did you learn and how did it make you better?
What I had to do was look at there's always levels to it. No matter who you are, it's always going to be some people in front of you and some people behind you. And as long as I stayed open enough, because I just turned 50 years old, so most 50-year-olds, their clay is hard. Their clay is hard. There's really no melting it down. There's no reshaping. But I'm the person who orchestrates my own being. So when I go to these other shows, I have to melt myself down and say, you know what? I don't have enough money to do that, but I can take a piece of it and I can bring it over to my arena. And as long as I'm able to always listen and pay attention and learn, I'll always grow. Yes. Like you can go to another establishment that has a little more finances than you, and you'll be there taking notes.
Did it like we did it in New York. Right.
So as long as you're always able to do that, you'll always grow. You'll always manifest into something, and then people will be behind you, then you're in front. So it's just a revolving door.
Yeah, we call it adapt or die. You know,
adapt or die, I like that.
Adapt or die.
I like that.
You better adapt. Like we went to the Sherry Shepherd show. My producer Naj and Kaylin set it up, and we went there, and we were like, oh my gosh, you know, they have $1 million budget. They're doing this, and we was like, okay, what can we take from that, make it our own, and then implement it here.
Right.
You know, what advice would you give someone from around the way, right, that looks at you and say, I want to be like him, or I want to be better? What advice would you give them?
You know, the funny thing is, up until a year ago, I had a felony on my record. I got in trouble when I was 18 years old. It took one time for me to get locked up to say, this is not for me. So now I'm in a position to employ people who don't get that same opportunity that I got. So watching, in fact, we had some temp guys come up to one of the job sites, and I'm listening to them, I'm paying attention to their movement and listening to their conversation, and I'm like, listen, you can't have the same conversation if you go to a white establishment, because they're gonna be scared of you. I know it's your lunch break, but listening to the conversation, you gotta change the narrative. You have to. I said, because I'm the same person that was in that conversation when I was 18 years old. I said, I took that example and said, this will never happen again. And I did the same thing with work. In 1998, I got laid off for the last time. And I said, I can't even get my son's Christmas gifts. So at that point, I had to become an entrepreneur. I made money, lost money. You and I met at the post house, remember?
Yeah.
We met at the post house, and we started a company together. We did it for a while, we bumped heads, then we separated. He went his way, I went mine, and we were both successful in our departures. So it's possible.
But put in there, we were men enough to come back and to apologize to each other and move forward.
Exactly.
That was very important.
That was very important.
That was very important to our growth and to us individually.
Because what we're doing now, it doesn't have to cross paths.
Right.
So for us to do that, it puts us in a position where we can always remain friends.
Yes.
Because if we just imagine if we stayed detailing.
Yeah.
We still probably bumping heads.
Yep.
Also, I think a key word here is forgiveness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think a key word is forgiveness.
I remember the day that we forgave each other. We were like, dude, like, bro, I'm sorry. I apologize. And it was so freaking touching.
Right.
And we see each other now in the street, and we really have these one-on-one men conversations. Because, and he's right, we're not supposed to be where we are.
The power of forgiveness.
And we're here, and we're like, yo, they're giving us the sign to wrap it up, but we having a moment. We having a moment here. But no, Priest, look, I really appreciate you and really love what you're doing. And I love to see your growth. I swear to you, I'm on the sideline, always rooting for you and saying, yo, and it's still a competition, but not a competition of who's better, but a competition to make sure that we both succeed.
Yes.
Strive.
We're gonna get to the finish line.
We both gonna get there.
Oh,
For
there's
sure.
remember, there's plenty of room
We
at the
gotta
top
go.
for the
We gotta
for
go. We gotta go. All
Good
right,
luck.
the cooking
Good
show's
luck.
up next.
Thank you, Savannah.
Thank you, Savannah. Priest. All right, Priest, real quick, 5 seconds. Your camera, invite people out.
Please come out Mother's Day weekend, May 13th and 14th at the Grand Opera House. You will not be disappointed. The Entanglement, the show. Please come out. You will definitely love it. Thank you so much. God bless.
All right, Big Ive.
Vincenza.
We out. We see you tomorrow. Good morning, Wilmington. Priest, love you.
Love you too, my
I'm
man.
out.